Misha, pick up the phone.
Ah, and there was me having a good day.
Well, it's just become great. You're welcome.
What's happening?
I just got back from work an hour ago.
Same.
I've made myself some food.
Same.
And I've just got off the phone with my landlord.
Oh, not same.
Yeah, I missed a payment, but it's fine. I've paid it now, and it's settled anyway.
Anyway, I've got some news.
Okay.
I joined a dating app.
Have you? Well, I mean, they are inevitable.
I was expecting more shit from you.
Well, what's the saying? They have people in glass houses can't throw stones.
No way, you too?
Mm-hmm.
Matches?
Yes, a lot. No, a zero.
But don't apps help out new users with
Misha,
likes and...
you're not
you know,
helping.
they really try and help you get people to like you because you're new.
Misha, I still have zero, even with whatever you just said. There's still zero. What about you?
Hey, the grass isn't always greener. I've got 80 likes. But once you filter out the bad profiles and the nude pics and the meh ones, it's all just a bit quiet.
Are your standards a little bit high?
No! Anyway, I have a new initiative in the works.
What's that? You gonna kidnap someone?
I've signed up for speed dating tonight.
Okay, why are you telling me this?
Because I'm bricking it and do you want to have a drink before?
Could you just say less? It'd be great if you just stopped speaking about 30 seconds ago.
See you there. Bye.
Bye.
Because there's no substitute for meeting someone face to face. You can see their physicality, feel their vibe.
Yes, but what if there is no vibe? What do you do then? If you're online, you can log off, you can make it an excuse, you can just be gone. My internet connection was crap. What do you do here?
Welcome, everyone, to Speed Dating. My name's Derek. I'm your host. We're going to be beginning very shortly, so gentlemen, if you could make your way to your table numbers.
You are so cynical. This is where you're going to find that genuine connection you keep banging on about.
Why are you smiling at me like that? Why are you smiling at me like that?
No, I'm not smiling. You like anything.
Misha?
There is a small possibility I might have signed us both up.
I'm not doing it.
You are!
No, I'm not!
Yes, you are.
Well, I'll just leave.
Oh, come on.
No.
Look, at least it's going to be a good story.
It is not going to be a good story. I'm just going to get humiliated. You've been preparing for this. I'm not doing it.
It's a great story. Oh, he's browsing. He's browsing the shop floor.
How does it work?
Sorry, what?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay, so the women stay at the table, the men, you, rotate around them.
I'm a man now.
So you go to different tables and you speak to girls.
What do I say?
Whatever you like, but you have 5 minutes, okay?
Okay.
And halfway through the date, that dude over there will give us a warning. and then he'll also tell us when there's 1 minute left to wrap it up. So essentially, you've got to use your time wisely, which I know you're not good at.
No, hence why I don't want to do it.
Exactly.
We're going to start with the gentleman by your first allotted table numbers. And good luck. Have fun.
You're sitting in my first date seat, so I need you to jog on. Go well, lad. Cheers.
Hey, I'm Ryan.
Ryan, I'm Kathleen. Sorry, I just wanted to squeeze in a quick page. Do you mind if I get to the bottom?
Yeah, by all means, fire away.
Done. All yours.
What are you reading?
The Evolution of Bond-Forming Dynamics Across the 21st Century by Professor Gertrude von Nosselhoff.
Well, it must be a pretty good read if you're sneaking in pages in between dates.
Oh, no. I have to finish it for a seminar tomorrow. I'm a PhD student in behavioral psychology.
What do you think of it?
She has some interesting points. The chapter I'm on covers the influence of pop culture on behavioral modeling and attraction dynamics.
Yes. No, that does sound interesting, but I mean, please don't ask my opinion on it, because
Yeah. I wouldn't expect that of you. But if this goes well, maybe you'll learn a little something.
Okay, so you're here because you're looking for a study buddy.
No, quite the opposite. I need someone to keep me out of the library occasionally.
So the age-old work-life conflict.
Which side of it do you fall on?
Am I allowed to say that balance is best?
No. No fence sitting, one or the other.
I am definitely a workaholic.
Uh-oh. Guess I'll be dying in the library then. You know, there's a theory that being a workaholic stems from a lack of trust or an inability to delegate work tasks.
Oh, you're serious? No, I hope not. I always thought it was because I just like what I do.
I hope that's the case too. So, I have a confession to make.
Okay, already.
Everyone tells me that for whatever reason, I haven't lived.
I don't believe that.
I've never been to a nightclub.
Never. What, your fourth stint as a student and you've never even set foot in a nightclub?
I would rather spend the day in a cafe with a book and my laptop.
This is your halfway warning, guys. Halfway.
So you are still studying to become a more qualified psychologist?
The more you know, the more you earn. So where do you see yourself in 5 years? Sorry, I researched good speed dating questions before tonight.
And that's what you got? It sounds a little bit more like you researched good job interview questions instead. I want a happy family by then. I just want to be in a loving relationship and however many kids life blesses me with.
Okay, so say life has blessed you with one child, boy or girl.
Okay, blessed was a bit of a lame choice of words.
No, it was sweet.
Oh, sweet. That's what every guy wants to hear on a first date. Am I allowed to say neither? Yeah, I feel like I'd leave them free to decide who they want to be. And if that subscribes to a gender norm, great. And if it doesn't,
If not, that's great too.
then go. Question. How do I know that all of this isn't part of your PhD thesis? That all the guys here aren't just your guinea pigs?
You don't. But a study at the University of Virginia found that we are more intrigued by those whose thoughts and feelings are unclear.
You have a study for everything. Is that supposed to be my key takeaway from today?
I'll offer you a better one. From Professor Nosselhoff? I'll find one from the start of the book. Here we go. This is a good one. When we set off on a journey, we are riddled with excitement or apprehension. Nothing in between.
It's not exactly one you'd read in the toilet, is it?
No, not quite.
Well, that's Nosselhoff's opinion, but I think that apprehension is our body's way of telling us that something is worth doing, despite the risks.
You know, we can actually reprogram our brains to interpret nerves as excitement. They're similar chemicals. I did that before coming tonight.
Would you do that before tests as well, that sort of thing?
Oh, yeah. Very helpful for tests.
It's clever, isn't it?
Brain's clever.
Not mine.
We've got 1 minute to go, guys. Just 1 minute.
Well, how do you fancy spending the final minute?
Why not leave that to Professor von Nosselhoff again? Let's get a takeaway from the end of the book.
People only care about the end of the book. I want the answers.
All right.
Right now, come on, I'm ready.
Final words from the book. Everything is transient. Time, life, relationships, none belong to us. Only our purpose does. Around it, all else is determined.
So the right things will enter the orbit that we create around ourselves. Is that what that means?
Exactly. Every decision we make affects who's pulled into that orbit, whether we know it or not. The quote is actually really relevant to my life. I'm finally focusing on my orbit and mine alone. Thanks for listening.
No problem. And I'm glad to hear you're doing that.
That's your lot. Ladies and gents, time's up. Let's be moving on.
This was fun, Ryan.
Yes, it was. It was really great to meet you, Kathleen.
So I'm not the biggest social media user, but they say that's the best way to keep in touch nowadays.
What does Professor von Nosselhoff say?
Who do you think I got it from? At Kathleen Parker 88.
Okay. I got it. Have a nice evening.
You too.
Sorry, just fixing my eyeliner. I'm Azalea.
I'm Ryan.
You don't look like a Ryan.
No. Well, what do I look like then?
Not sure yet.
That's not from here, is it?
No. You gonna snitch?
No.
I made it. Just like the kombucha poured into it.
That's the fermented drink, isn't it?
Exactly.
It looks good. Are you happy with the batch?
Very. Tell you more about it, but we haven't got much time.
So, the kombucha is homemade. The goblet is homemade. What else is homemade?
I'd say 90% of this. The clothes, the accessories, make it all from scratch. Started selling my stuff online during lockdown, and it grew into a full-time business.
Wow, that's really original.
Thanks. Turns out my aesthetic plays quite well these days.
What aesthetic is that?
Call it what you want. I've heard hundreds of terms, kind and unkind.
Is it just you in the business, or...?
Yeah, Don't need anyone else.
So how do you keep up with the demand?
There's a long wait list, but I engage with my customers a lot on social media, so they're understanding.
So if the supply is low, you must be retailing for a fairly high price?
No, I pride myself in affordability and sustainability.
Is that enough to do full-time? Sorry, no, I'm not asking how much you earn. I just find the business model very interesting.
I get by.
Do I look like a Ryan yet?
Not quite.
All right, then. Well, what else can you tell about me?
You have the energy of an air sign. You seem quite logical and proactive.
How so? Like, we've only just met.
It takes proactivity to come to a speed dating event.
Well, what if I told you I was dragged here by my best mate, Misha?
I'd say you're using logic to undermine my instinct.
You're right. But there's more to us air signs. We're great communicators. We are super analytical. We do get bored easily.
Sounds like a threat.
I think you're safe.
Good to know. I like that we can share this stuff.
Just 3 minutes to go, everyone. 3 minutes. I know, it's going very quickly, very quickly.
You're really into your astrology then?
Gives me structure. I analyse my behaviour in the context of something bigger. My main star sign is Scorpio, which I think really suits me. And then based on when and where I was born, my rising sign is a Sagittarius and my moon sign is a Libra.
What's the difference between those three?
Your main star sign is your sun sign, represents sort of your desires in life, and your rising sign is how you present to others, and moon sign's what you're like deep down.
Okay. I don't really know about the other two, so.
Work them out for you. We haven't got much time, so.
So then, what makes your sun sign so Scorpio?
We aspire to be brave, loyal, honest.
Any negatives?
Jealous and secretive, but it doesn't really apply here. Do relate to them as animals as well, I guess.
Aren't they really aggressive?
Only when threatened.
But don't they eat each other, though?
Yeah. I forgot to mention that.
And this is your final minute, guys. Final minute.
So, I was wondering...
No, I've spoken about myself enough. I want to know more about you.
I feel like it's been pretty even. Can you just...
It really hasn't, so I want to know more about you.
Fine, fire away.
So, Azalea, I have noticed you have a couple of tattoos.
I do. Want to know about any of them? Choose wisely. Some stories are better than others.
Is that a caravan?
Yeah. It's the one I lost my virginity in.
Is that one of the better stories? Or is it a bad story?
Better, but it's not first date friendly.
That's your lot. Ladies and gents, time's up. Let's be moving on.
That was the kind of interaction I was hoping for from this. Thanks.
Yeah, me too. What is your handle? I'd love to check some of your stuff out.
At Azalea Shadows. Azalea Shadows.
Okay. Hi there. I'm Ryan. Can I sit? Thanks.
I'm Brandy. What do you do for a living?
I am a creative freelancer.
Oh. Is it tough not knowing where your next paycheck's coming from?
No. I love what I do, and I'm working towards stability.
I get that. I'm a beautician, but it doesn't earn me what I want, so I'm doing an online course in international relations, and I trade cryptocurrency. I just sold an NFT, actually.
Non-fungible token. Nice. Yeah, the digital art market is very cool, very new, and very volatile. So.
Sorry if I'm quite direct about things. We just don't have a lot of time.
Sure. Can
What are you looking for?
Okay, that is a big question.
Important question.
Look, at this point, my priority is focusing on myself and just having a bit of fun.
Do I look like a casual kind of girl to you?
No, but you do have a lot going on, so you might only have time for something casual.
I'd make time for the right person. Plus, if I was looking for casual, I'd look elsewhere.
Is that meant to be a diss?
No one says diss anymore, Ryan.
Right. So, do you live locally?
Yeah, I bought a one-bed up the road. It's top floor with an amazing view of the water.
You bought a penthouse.
The NFT was pretty valuable. Where do you live?
I live 10 minutes away. I live on my own as well.
Flat?
Yep.
Buy it or rent it?
Back to the quickfire round.
I mean, we're covering a lot.
Yeah, we are.
So?
Renting, but I have been there for a while, so I feel settled. Like, it feels like home, so I like it.
Yeah, I mean, that's all that matters at the end of the day.
This is your 3-minute warning, guys. 3 minutes to go. Just 3 minutes of lovely conversation.
Okay, let's move on to foreign affairs. Do you like holidays?
I do.
Where do you go? What sort of holidays do you take?
What kind are you into, though?
I allowed to say a lad's holiday?
Go for it. You won't hear from me again, though.
I am actually a big staycation guy.
Like, in the UK?
Yeah, there's so much to see here. Like the different cities, the counties, and then within the counties there's towns, there's villages. I think that everyone takes what they have on their doorstep for granted. You don't need necessarily to fly to the other end of the world. There's so much to see here and do, and it is convenient, and it's cheap.
So that's the real reason. I actually want to go to Iraq soon. It's where my mum raised me.
Cool.
She was my role model. Do you have anyone like that yourself?
Wow, that is a very good question.
Could be from your childhood or even now if there's anyone who inspires you.
I am the person I am because of the relationship I have with my family. I've also surrounded myself with friends who motivate me to grow and would have my best interest at heart.
I mean, yeah, the energy we surround ourselves with is so important. Unlike family, you can choose friends, which shows you have good judgment.
Evidently.
You didn't choose to meet me, though. Speed dating's random. It is amazing to hear you look up to your family, though. I wish I could have had that growing up. Obviously, learning certain harsh lessons on your own is good, but I don't know. Certain things could have been avoided if I'd had someone to guide and support me.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think I'm very lucky.
Okay, next question. Does body count matter?
Holy moly. I was not expecting that question.
Well, you were getting too smug. So, what do you think?
No, not for me. Just so long as someone's past doesn't affect their present too much. So, the body count, it would not be an issue.
Okay, so you're open-minded. That's cool.
Are you trying to tell me something, though?
No.
Got 1 minute to go, guys. Just 1 minute. So we'll be wrapping up very soon.
So, how did my questions make you feel?
There's a customer satisfaction survey.
Your feedback is greatly valued.
Is it actually, though?
Only if it's good.
It was nice.
Nice.
Yeah. That is a good thing, right?
Nice is a boring word that has no real meaning. Tell me the truth.
I genuinely thought it was nice. Right?
Okay.
And your time is up. Thank you, ladies and gents. Lads, move on to your next table. Your date is awaiting.
Don't forget any of your stuff when you go.
I didn't bring any. Right, well, thanks. See ya.
Oh, hiya. You my date now?
Yeah, I guess I am. I'm Ryan.
Tony, nice to meet ya. Sorry, I've got a match tomorrow, so I've got to keep limber.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what is it, a sports match? Do you play locally?
No, it's my job, actually. I'm a footballer.
Oh, shit. Should you be out dating the night before a match?
Oh, don't worry. It's fine as long as I'm in bed by 12, don't drink, non-alcoholic, and don't have sex.
What's your position?
Reverse cowgirl?
No. What is your football position?
What do you think?
That's a tough one.
Well, just say which area of the pitch. I'll narrow it down for you. I'm not tall enough to be a goalkeeper. I am a keeper in other ways, though.
Well, you are doing your pre-match conditioning, which makes me think that you are reliable. And I think reliability is important in a defender, so I'm going to say defense.
Winner, chicken dinner. Pat yourself on the back. Do you like sports yourself?
It's not my biggest interest.
Well, let me change the question then. Do you like team sports or individual sports?
Is this going to tell you something deeper about me?
Maybe.
I would say individual sports. There's something about, like, the pure competitiveness of one person just facing off against another person.
You invest in the person more, which you can do in group sports, but it's easier in individual sports.
Yeah, because, like, the individuals are more engaging.
Well, I guess you wouldn't want to come to one of my games then.
No, I would. It's just that you would be the individual I would be interested in.
Smooth.
Like butter.
It's not your phone. Is this reminding me to carb load for tomorrow?
What are you having pasta?
Footballer's best friend.
This is your halfway warning, guys. That is 3 minutes to go.
So, how did you become a pro?
I'd say my key influence was my dad. He used to take me to practices, to matches. He knew I fell in love with it and did everything to cultivate my passion. The kit, the travelling, consoling me after bad performances. Are you close with your parents?
No, I wanted to ask you more.
We ain't got time, my lad. Tell me. If you want to, of course.
Yeah, like you, I'd be really close to my dad. He kind of taught me what it meant to be like a man, to be open-minded, which for him actually was more about your mindset than any specific character trait.
Yes, lads. We're lucky, eh? I think what I got from my dad was humility. He taught me how to keep my feet on the ground and appreciate what I have as well as what I want. What would you say you inherited from your dad?
Oh, God, that is tricky. On the positive side, I would like to hope that I am a good listener, that I am supportive. He definitely taught me how to take responsibility when I need to, and I think that I can keep my cool under pressure.
Any negative traits?
Yeah, some pretty shitty dad jokes. Oh, and don't annoy me when I'm watching TV.
I feel like that's universal for most dads. I think the most negative thing I've inherited from my dad is my stubbornness.
How bad are we talking?
Like bad, really bad. If you want to get through to me, you have to really persist. And even then, sometimes the persistence really backfires and just pisses me off.
Okay, noted.
Very wise.
We've got 1 minute to go, guys. Just 1 minute.
Ooh, we're in stoppage time. What? Football's the best sport for making analogies.
No.
Do you fancy another quick challenge?
Yes, but what do you want to do?
Well, there's conversation starters and riddles, apparently.
Convenient.
Okay. A man looks at a painting and says, "Brothers and sisters, I have none, but that man's father is my father's son." Who's in the painting, the man or his son?
Brothers and sisters, I have none. That man's father. Father's son. It is the man himself.
That's what I was going to say, but a draw's no fun. I'll say man's son.
But how do we find the answer? Oh, is it? It's folded in. Okay. More thought's gone into this event than I gave it credit for.
The man's son! Get in!
Oh, God's sake! But you only got that because you swapped your answer. You thought the man as well.
A win's a win, right?
No matter how you get it, eh?
And that is time, everyone. Move on to your next date.
We crammed a lot into that.
Yes, we did. Yeah, it was great to meet you, Tony.
Yeah.
Is that short for Antonia?
Spot on, but everyone calls me Tony. Do you want to keep in touch?
Yeah. What's your handle?
At TN7. Tony Newton and my shirt number 7.
That is some main character shit right there.
Get your bit.
I will not. Have a good night, Tony.
Good evening. I'm Derek, evening host.
Hello, Derek. Am I in trouble?
No. But unfortunately, the lady that was sat at this table, she had to leave early. I'm sorry.
Right. So are you filling in for her? Did she pull a runner when she saw me?
No, nothing of the sort. She is a musician. Had a gig to get to.
Well, that is pretty fair. That's a good alibi.
How did the rest of them go? Find what you're looking for?
Oh, is she the last one?
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of glad about that because I don't really know how many more I had left in me.
Well, I'm sure you made a fantastic impression.
Yeah, I have met some great women. They are all very different. So you have given me a really tough call to make.
Oh, that's what we like to hear. Yeah. What a great dilemma to have.
Yeah, oh, I don't really know how they feel about me, but I guess we'll find out soon enough.
We will.
So, how long have you been hosting?
I have lots of hosting experience, but specifically the speed dating stuff, just at the beginning of lockdown.
So those were digital, I presume?
Mm-hmm, correct. For me, finding love is the most formative journey of our lives, and I just wanted to help people continue that journey, despite the circumstances. Having said that, there is no real substitute for meeting someone special in person.
So from these, have you ever had any marriages develop?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've had a couple. Even a couple of babies named after me. Yeah. Need to put it in my bio. Pregnancy facilitator, Derek.
You really don't. Because that sounds like something that would be on a t-shirt on a lad's holiday.
The stag do t-shirts. You're right. Okay.
I actually think I've seen them before.
They sell like hotcakes, though, right? So how did you hear about us?
I was duped into coming here this evening. I thought I was going out for a drink with my best mate, Misha, and here I am. She's actually somewhere here. She's on a date somewhere, I don't know, but...
Well, I love a strong male-female friendship. Do you prefer the company of women or men?
Come again?
Oh, sorry, I'll rephrase. Who do you feel like you naturally engage with more easily?
I could shoot the shit with anyone. But no, but like, with your job, you must be the same.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, no one's going to enjoy an event if they can't approach their host. So, I think it's the suit as well.
It is something. Well, I am glad you felt you could approach me too.
Oh, you made it very easy. Thank you, Ryan.
You are welcome. Derek.
Shit. You are halfway, guys. Halfway. God. Don't tell anyone I forgot.
Your secret is safe with me.
Thanks.
So tell me, what is the best way to approach all of this?
Well, aside from being yourself.
Well, let me rephrase that. Do you have any less crap advice?
No, I don't. Sorry. The thing is, there's so many different types of personalities in here. One person's poison might be another person's paradise.
Yeah, that is a fair point.
Okay, I'll pose you this. Are you looking for someone more lively or laid back? Because that may decide what kind of energy you want to exude yourself. Now, both are brilliant, but markedly different.
I think I like to dominate in most situations, so probably someone who's a little bit more laid back would be helpful, but not someone who is a pushover.
They do often say that relaxed people are more confident, successful, sexy, even.
You talk from experience.
Yeah. First time.
I was wondering, has hosting these made you, like, an expert in romance?
What, like some kind of love guru? No. No.
No, come on. You must have more insight than the average guy. Okay, wait. Okay. Has it ever helped in your personal life?
Sadly, no. No, it's still very single. Why, did you have someone in mind for me?
Yeah. Misha. She would love to meet you. She's here. I can introduce you.
I'm sure Misha's fab, but I won't be interested.
It's a bit mean. What's wrong with her?
Well, she's a her.
Yeah, sorry. No, I shouldn't have assumed. That was silly of me.
You're fine. Totally fine.
So what other events do you host?
So a lot for the queer community. So we do a lot of, obviously, speed dating. We do traffic light parties, lock and key parties, all sorts, really. Okay, it is your final minute, guys. Final minute. Need to stop forgetting. Sorry, what were we?
We were talking about your queer events.
Yes. Yeah, you should come sometime.
Sorry, are you assuming that I'm still going to be single after this?
I don't know, maybe see it as a safety net.
I would love to. You know, just so long as you're hosting, of course.
Naturally. And that, ladies and gents, is the end of tonight's event. I've been Derek. Get home safe, and hope you had a good time.
Thanks, Derek. I'm actually kind of glad that the musician bailed.
Oh, she was lovely. But I'm kind of glad too. But that is totally against the rules for me to say that.
Is it also against the rules for me to ask for your socials?
No. At Dmore Events.
Got it.
So what about you? Tell me about your speed dating.
Well, there was Kathleen, who was a PhD student studying psychology. She was reading on our date. She was just very smart. It was a little bit intimidating.
Do you think there'll be more from Kathleen?
There could be. Yeah, I mean, I kind of felt like, yeah, we got on well.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it is. There was Azalea. Yeah, she was something else. She brought her own kombucha. She had her own goblet that she brought.
Goblet?
Yeah, with a crow on it. It's just very different, but it was really interesting because it wasn't like any of the other dates I went on.
Was there chemistry over kombucha?
Yeah, I guess you could say there was a little bit of chemistry, yeah. I could see it going somewhere. Aha, now let me tell you about Tony. She is a football player.
Wow.
Professional.
Wow.
She was just quite laid back, sort of person who was like, give as good as you can get, you know?
That sounds fun. Do you think there might be a future with the footballer?
I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but yeah, I'd love to see her again.
Aww.
Yeah, and an absolutely nuts thing happened. I was supposed to be meeting for this day this musician, but she bailed. And then, do you remember the host?
Yeah?
Yeah, Derek is his name. So I was sitting there, and he came up and told me about the girl who had to leave. And then we sat down, we just started talking.
You and Derek!
Yeah,
oh my God,
he's just.
I love that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you saw plenty of him as well. He's a cool guy. He's very, very suave.
So, would there be more with Derek?
Maybe, yeah.
Love that for you.
Yeah, thank you. There was Brandy. Let me tell you about Brandy. My God, she would put you to shame the amount of work she would do. She is a crypto trading beautician, and she's studying as well.
Wow, what a combination.
I don't even know how she finds the time to do all of it.
Was there a spark?
No. I mean, I sat down and I started telling her, you know, a bit about myself and job and everything, and it just, I could see she was almost like glazing over when I was telling her. I'm just not for her, I don't think.
Aww. So, what's the next move?
I don't really know. I kind of have a few options, so...
Mr. Popular.
Yeah, well, you know, what can I say? I guess I just need to think about it a little bit and see where I go from there. Yeah.
Proud of you.
Peace.
Hey, Ryan.
You look great.
Thank you. Sorry, caught me fixing my eyeliner again.
That is okay. I actually thought that I was the early one for once. Have you had many orders to process this week?
Lots. Plus, a celebrity client requested a piece. I turned it down.
Why? That's a great coup, surely.
They demanded to skip the queue. I owe too much to my core clients to drop them for an impatient prima donna. Anyways, Mercury is in retrograde, so hassle was expected. Tell me about your week.
So, Mercury in retrograde.
Yeah, what about it?
I have heard of it, but I don't really know much actually about it.
It's an optical illusion where the planet Mercury appears to move backwards in the sky. It happens 3 or 4 times a year, and it basically just messes with technology and life.
Okay. I can't say that I've noticed too much disruption to my life.
Aside from me entering it.
So, do you want a drink?
Love a drink.
Oh, yeah.
Hot in here.
I know, yeah. It's a cool place, though. Thank you very much. Yes, cheers, cheers. Do you know what I've just realized? Speed dating is great because you jump straight into the face-to-face, so it eliminates any possibility of false advertising.
Mostly. I am a saleswoman, though.
Oh, so you're a good liar. Well, we put that to the test. Let's play a quick game of 2 truths and a lie.
I haven't played that in years. Okay. I'll go first.
Yeah, sure.
I can speak 3 languages. My cousin was my prom date because nobody asked me. And growing up, I had a guinea pig called Chuckles, which is the lie.
That is quite a spread. I don't know which one I want to be the lie. The Chuckles one is the lie. I can't see it.
You're very wrong. Chuckles existed and lived a long, happy life. Prom date's the lie. I went with my best mate, Danny. You know, we had the best time out of everyone.
No drama. Just good vibes.
Exactly. You know, Danny was worth all the boys at school more.
Should I be worried about Danny?
He's gay as Christmas. Your turn.
I have a 3rd nipple. I have climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. I am a keen fisherman.
Tough ones. The nipple is the lie. I just can't see it.
Can you imagine me topless just there?
Purely for the purposes of the game. Don't flatter yourself.
You say so. Correct. I am a dual-nippled man.
I'm really impressed the Kilimanjaro one's true. It takes so much to achieve those physically and, you know, mentally demanding feats.
Yeah. It was just an amazing life experience. The fishing one is also true.
Let's not talk about that.
Okay. Round 2. Go for it.
Okay. My parents met on the set of a porn film. My real name isn't Azalea. My body count is more than 20. Is there one you want to be the lie?
I'm thinking.
Tread carefully.
Your parents met in a porno set. Surely that is a lie.
This is actually true. Don't get too excited. They weren't starring in it. So basically, my mum was a makeup artist and my dad owned the studio it was being filmed in. The body count one's a lie.
So your name isn't really Azalea?
I'll explain another time. And I've gone by Azalea for a decade now. Your turn.
I have octophobia, which is a fear of the number. I need 10 hours sleep a night. I collect novelty coasters.
The coasters is the lie. It's the most boring.
Oh, can't all be as interesting as you.
Yawn. Was I right?
Sorry, that one is true.
I'm chuffed. I was actually bluffing. I'm a collector myself.
Of?
Clocks. Small, handcrafted ones. Recently got this amazing cuckoo clock from Freiburg in Germany.
Cool, well, we'll have to compare collections sometime.
I'd love that. So, is octophobia a lie?
Well, there's only one way to find out. Just say the number.
I want to go about this by legitimate means.
That one is true too.
God, it's a bit inconvenient.
Yeah, so different forms of the number have a different effect. So if I hear it said out loud, it's just a little bit irritating. But if I see it written down, that is worse. And then the bigger it is written, I just get like really uncomfortable.
8.
Why did I tell you?
Madness. Anyways, I was a junior clay pigeon shooting champion. I have more piercings that can't be seen than can. And I'm allergic to bullshit.
Is this a trick one?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Bullshit is the lie.
Wrong. I am totally allergic to bullshit.
Very witty.
No. Literally.
You are literally allergic to the shit that comes out the back of a bull.
I discovered it the hard way, cleaning out the stables at my uncle's farm. That's also where I learned clay pigeon shooting, but I'd never touch a gun now.
That sounds like an interesting childhood. So that means that the piercings are the lie, right?
Surprising, eh? Did you have some good mental images, though?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't even give it a moment's thought. Can I loop back to the fact that your name isn't actually Azalea?
I'm not a habitual liar, I promise. Just ask me anything.
You're deflecting.
I said I'd explain another time, and there's plenty more to learn about me anyway.
I want to know what you are really passionate about, Azalea.
Good one. Doesn't get asked enough. I've dabbled in all sorts, so whilst my business is what I enjoy at the moment, I know it won't last forever.
You get bored easily?
No, it's just I'm still searching for my true passion.
Yeah, no, I get that. Well, I hope you find it soon.
Thanks.
So,
Lads, where are ya?
why did you get that drunk in a place like this?
What the hell?
Sorry, lad. Looks like you could use a bit of extra colour on that Halloween costume.
Oi! Prick! That's not on.
Are you really gonna come at me like this?
Azalea, leave.
I can handle myself, Ryan.
Listen to your boyfriend, Lady Dracula.
You got a big mouth, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm very witty.
Azalea, it is not worth it.
Why did you just piss off?
Azalea, wait!
Nailed it, babe.
Maybe you should have just let her handle herself.
The guy was huge. I mean, I had to do something. I just thought I could try and talk her down a little bit and maybe it would just diffuse the situation, but I don't know. She clearly wanted to do things her way, so.
She didn't need protecting.
Well,
Not from you, anyway.
although she'd probably fight better than me, so.
Yeah, most people would.
Yeah, you included.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna say goodnight to you now because you're just not helping me. All right, good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Ryan.
Please? No, don't get up.
Hi.
The early bird catches the worm. Have you been waiting long?
No, I was just passing time with a bit of people watching. I love thinking about what brought all these humans to cross paths with me.
Do you have any good stories?
Yeah, that couple over there. Yeah, don't look. They're having a relationship showdown. When they arrived, he was really physically affectionate with her. But then as she became more animated, he withdrew into himself.
Do you think it's over?
She'll hear him out, but her body language suggests she's made up her mind. How do you take breakups?
Wait. I want to know, is there anything that he could do that could save the relationship?
It really depends on how unhappy she is.
I am definitely a bad dumpy. No, sorry. I do not get angry. I get heartbroken.
Even if it wasn't a good relationship.
Yeah, but in every relationship, there's the chance that it could be special. I think both people see that, even if it's just for a fleeting moment, the possibility of a happily ever after. I just nosedived right in the fields there, didn't I?
Cheers.
It's very good wine.
It is French.
My knowledge on wine is not fantastic.
Old world would be like French, like European.
California newer.
Yeah.
How is the studying going?
Well, I've been living in the library, but what's new there? We did cover an interesting topic, though. You know how we have different styles of learning and communication? Well, broadly speaking, there are two distinct ways of thinking, emotional or rational.
Okay, can you tell what I am?
I can evaluate you, but I take no responsibility if you don't like the results.
No, except that we are on a second date, so a bad evaluation also reflects on you.
That is true. All right, let's do this. So, how are you at making new friends? Do you actively engage with everyone and anyone, or are you a lone wolf?
Can I not be somewhere in between? Like that I'm selective with my company?
No, you have to pick one side of the spectrum.
I mean, I can socialize when I need to.
As we can see.
Yes. Most of the time, I would prefer my own company. I mean, I guess you could call me a loner?
No, not at all. I definitely appreciate an introverted energy.
What's the next question?
This is a good one. Does seeing other people cry move you to cry yourself?
Okay, this is very specific.
Oh, these questions are rooted in psychological study.
So you didn't just get them online?
No.
I definitely cry with people. A really good friend of mine had a kid a couple of years ago. And his name is Harry. And I was invited to his nursery school's sports day. And they had a race at one stage. So they had all the kids were involved. So some kids could only crawl, some could walk, and then some were in between. So they gave them like a stroller.
That is so sweet and very inclusive.
Very inclusive, yes. My friend's little son, Harry, was on the stroller. So he kind of was at that stage where he could like stand up and like, you know, like little drunk fella and kind of have to hold on to things. So the race starts, and one of the walking kids just tears off straight past him. So Harry kind of fell over. Yes, and so when he was getting back up, he couldn't get the stroller back up. So he just started walking for the first time.
No, no way.
No, he did. And my friend went to the finish line and was waiting for him and was calling, was like, Harry! Come on, Harry!
God, did he catch up to the walker?
No. No. He made it there in the end, and then my friend started crying when he got to the end, which kind of it set me off.
That's a lovely story.
Yeah, no, it really was a great day.
Excuse me, just popping to the loo. Hello.
Hello.
What did I miss?
Not much. So what's next?
Here's a big one. Are you a planner or a spur-of-the-moment person?
So am I calculated or spontaneous?
That's a more erudite way of putting it.
Erudite, what?
Like articulate.
Yes, articulate, yes. No, I think life is just about going with the flow, catching a vibe and going with it.
I need evidence. I am very much not a spontaneous person, but I have a little challenge for you.
Depends on what it is. What are you thinking?
Luckily, my planner brain had an idea. So, believe it or not, I take swing dancing classes, and I would like to show you some moves.
In the middle of the bar.
Why not? Stop making me self-conscious. Come on.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
Oh, I am ready. I was born ready. Play me some music. Oh, okay, I like it.
Okay, it's very easy. Simple steps.
Yes.
Start with your right foot.
This foot.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Step back.
Right, yep.
And then step onto your left.
Left.
Step onto your right. Kick with your left. Step onto your left.
You throw that in?
I mean, if you want.
I don't know. I don't want to do with the moves, though.
Oh, okay. You're feeling.
Okay, no, fine. Let's do it quick. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah?
5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And then we do a little spin.
Yes.
And we go in, and I'm feeling kings. Yes.
Something like that.
And then you come with the music, and you can kind of. Yeah?
Yeah.
That works.
We each offer a different flavor.
And then when you want to do, you do that.
Maybe we could just learn from each other and our.
I could do that at your swing parties, though.
Well, thank you for broadening my dance horizons.
You are welcome. That was sweaty work.
Yeah, it was. Final question, Ryan.
Feet don't fail me now.
You can't fail.
Don't make it less dramatic.
Do you get impatient with people less efficient than yourself?
Like how the waiter hasn't taken our food order yet.
Oh, awkward. I think it's order at the bar.
Ooh, I guess I'll let him off that one then. I think getting impatient is pointless. Like, what do you actually gain from getting upset at someone else's shortcomings? It doesn't change anything.
Very little. You just overburden yourself with angst.
Or, I mean, you just end up discouraging others.
Patience is a virtue.
So, what is the verdict?
Based on your answers, you are a rational thinker. You are logic-focused and pragmatic. You prefer to analyze concrete details in a situation.
Is that good for dating?
Some people date successfully by ticking a set of boxes.
Okay, but you also need an emotional connection too.
Yeah, like anything, you need an emotional connection to balance out the rationality.
So yours was particularly about like the pop culture influence on behavioral...
Modeling and attraction dynamics. And I think that that's something that's really relevant right now, especially with like all the reality dating shows.
Like, what do you do if you're not studying?
I like to read, which is just studying, isn't
Far
it?
off it.
Yeah.
So who's gonna get the third date?
No commentary, please.
He's scrolling.
Scrolling back. Oh, okay.
Push the button. Push the button. Don't make me do it. The button. Ready?
No, wait.
Go!
Hello, Kathleen. It is Ryan here speaking. How are you doing? I'm fine. I was wondering if you were free at all this week, and if you wanted to maybe meet up and maybe get dinner, you know, take a break from the library. Yeah? Okay, yes, that sounds great. I will get back in touch and I'll send you on some details or something. Okay, bye. Ah!
Amazing.
That's a relief.
How amazing.
God.
You did sound like you were selling a mortgage.
She said yes,
I'll
though.
send you on some details.
I didn't know what to say. What do you say?
Evening, evening.
Yeah. Good evening yourself.
Lovely little spot you found here, right at the bar.
Yes, this is where all the action is. Oh, would you like a drink?
Oh, yes, please.
Nibbles?
Oh, always.
What would you like?
White wine, please.
Thank you very much, sir.
Ooh, chili on tortilla chips. Oh, the Brits do some interesting things, don't they?
Don't get me started.
Is this romantic or is this silly?
I don't know. Here, have a tortilla chip. There you go. Cheers.
Cheers. This is my first proper dinner date since my last relationship.
Was it a regular thing?
Not when it wasn't cooked by me. He wanted me to do all the domestic duties.
And you didn't want to be a housewife.
No. Playing devil's advocate, though, I was a student and he was earning all of the household income.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure there was a compromise you could have found.
We never did. He wanted me to quit my studies, and the rest is history.
So you did you, and you stuck to what you wanted to do. I respect that. That takes guts.
Is there an income setup that you would prefer?
Well, living in London is pretty hard on either these days.
I know. What even is a living wage in this city?
I would say a dual income, probably. I mean, it's not really like back in the day where one person's income would be enough to sustain an entire household. I think that financial security is really important in a long-term relationship.
More than emotions?
Yeah, but emotions thrive in a stable environment.
That's really hard for me to hear. It'll be 2 or 3 more years before I earn a proper income.
Look, it's way too early to be even having these conversations anyway.
I know, but still good to know.
So, thank you for coming today.
That's a really great spot. It's public but private. People open up more in intimate settings.
Do they? Okay, well, Tell me something new then.
I've got a scar under my hair.
Oh, how did that happen?
Actually, there's something else I should tell you.
No, I want to know about the scar.
I'm in the middle of divorce proceedings. It's uncharted territory for me. You're the first person I've got this far with since my marriage ended. We've been separated for 2 years. My education was the big problem. I couldn't contribute financially, and I wasn't willing to have a child before I graduated. He couldn't wait. I totally understand if that's an issue. I'm so sorry again.
No, look, it doesn't bother me one iota. Past is the past.
Thank you, Ryan.
I want your academic opinion on something.
Oh, golly.
Are we compatible? Like, what are our prospects beyond this?
Well, we wouldn't have made it this far if we weren't at least a little bit compatible. But there is still one area that we don't have much data on.
And what is that?
Sexual compatibility. It can be developed over time, but normally it's better if it's there from the start.
Okay, aside from, you know, the obvious way, is there a way for us to estimate what that compatibility would be?
With theory? What kind of lover are you? I mean, in a nutshell, I don't need the playbook.
As I am speaking to an almost professional, I do have a few kinks that I like to explore beyond the conventional stuff.
I'm intrigued.
Well, I can't tell you. I mean, that would be giving you the playbook.
True. But it sounds similar to mine. I'm very adventurous.
I see.
I still need to gather some data before my hypothesis. If you had to pick, do you prefer to give or receive?
I mean, you stressed the had because you knew I would have said both.
Oh, you are very smart. Has anyone ever told you that?
Yes, actually, yeah, they have. It was almost as sarcastic as you just did. I mean, this might be the wrong answer, but I just prefer to receive. Simple as that.
There are no wrong answers.
I mean, it just feels better to feel the pleasure yourself.
That's totally valid.
I'm not selfish or anything.
I didn't say you were.
No, I know you didn't say it, but in case you were thinking it. No, just for the. Yeah. What is the next question?
That's all I really needed.
Okay. Well, what's the verdict?
Contrary to what I said, sexual chemistry is actually best discovered firsthand.
Okay.
That wasn't an invitation. But I appreciate you being so open and honest.
Okay.
Only a half pint. Very conservative.
Yeah, I just don't want to get too smashed too early, you know?
I do.
Barkeep, can we get some more wine for this one, then? So, what are you doing tomorrow?
Books. Oh, thank you. Hopefully I'll be able to retain some information. Wine tends to give me brain fog. So I'm thinking I should ask where your head's at.
Are we not still in the casual dating stage?
We are. I just don't want either of us to waste our time.
Okay. Yeah, no, I can appreciate that. I really like you, Kathleen. I feel like we have connected in loads of different ways, and I would like to see if it could progress beyond casual dating, and I really hope you feel the same.
Yeah, I do feel the same.
Has that given you any more data for the compatibility test?
Sorry, I think I'm gonna need a bigger sample size.
Oh, okay.